Hey, what's crack-a-lacking? It's your boy Broshmo. Just in case you did not know so. Oh man, we got the Peach Bowl. We got Oregon. We got Indiana. Someone will be moving on to take on my Miami Hurricanes. Heck yeah. Oh gosh, what a flow of emotions yesterday was. I wish I could have streamed the game. It was a heck of a game. But golly, man. It was just something else. It was something else. Hurricanes, man. So if you are up in the YouTube chat, I got a poll. Who wins tonight? Indiana, Oregon. Who's going to move on? Who's going to advance? Of course, today's stream brought to you by our friends over at Underdog Fantasy. When you sign up using the promo code Broshmo, they match that first deposit up to $1,000 reduced. But as always, play responsibly, play within your means. We will be streaming the national championship game. Heck yeah, bro. We're 2 weeks out. We're a little over two weeks out from the Senior Bowl draft season. Oh, NFL playoffs start this week. Dude, it's going to be wild. Jack Ashley, good evening. Good to be here with you again, bro. Hey, it's great. I am so sad. I'm so sad that I wish I streamed last night's game. That would have been so fun. What a game it was. Like I said this weeks ago when I guess I said this 9 to 10 days ago. Miami, after they beat Ohio State, to me, that was our national championship. They far exceeded anything I could have comprehended was possible for Miami. And everything else after that, it was house money, right? I'm just happy to be here. Now we making it to the national championship. Ooh, let's go. Also, we've had some guys opt into the draft and then opt out, decide to hit the transfer portal, as Eric Singleton. I believe he's on his way to Florida. I don't know. We could pull up the transfer portal real quick. Justin Haynes has decided he's going to not go to the draft. He's going to hit the transfer portal as well, which that's not surprising. I figured he'd return. I'm a little surprised he's in the transfer portal. But then again, with the coaching change over at Michigan, but I don't know. I feel good about winning him. So Sam Levitt's gonna visit Miami. Let's go. Did I go to I went to the wrong thing. Son of a gun. All right, let's pull this sucker up. Oh, Brandon Broshmo sighting. Yeah, right here, bruh. Real sober, Jake. How you doing? How'd you like that draft guide, by the way? I am literally it's gonna take me like a week to put in all those stupid analytics. On top of that, filling in what they did in their 2025. Yo, we got well over 300 evals in there already. I still gotta go back and take a look at some of those. Because things change, but we got over 600 to 700 player backgrounds. So yeah, we got a lot going on. What do we think about the Hurricanes making the Natty? I think they can win the Natty. I was not a believer. I'm a believer now, bro. I'm a believer now. Let's take a look at this transfer portal. I'm just going to take a quick look, see if there's any names that hit it that I may recognize that hit it recently that might be up in the draft guide. So don't mind me. Honestly, doesn't look like it. Nintendo Mike, how you doing, buddy? Hot take: Texans grab Markel Bell as Trent Brown replacement. Yeah, Markel Brown had an uneven night last night. But I like what he can do. I like what he can do. I think I kind of firmly like him as a day 3 guy. Yo, DJ McKinney going to Notre Dame. Oh, Carson Beck summoned his inner Davis Mills. Who knows? Jack Ashley. I know some Kentucky fans who are going to be heartbroken if Sam Levitt doesn't commit there. Well, they already got Menchie, didn't they, from Notre Dame? What up, Coach? How you doing, buddy? Oh, what are you trying to hop on? You want to say hi? Ugh, all right, come say hi, Coach. Oh, Gojo up in here. Just want some back scratches. Who do you got tonight, Gojo? He doesn't care. He's dead inside. He doesn't care. Oh, love it. Top tier free agent for sure. Especially the evals and all the stats. Pretty much don't gotta look up anything. Yeah, I try to make it good. Nah. Menchie dipped out of Nebraska. That was kind of a big thing because he had a no contact clause, or not clause, but he had a no contact status. Just never finalized the paperwork with Nebraska, and yeah, he's now going to Notre Dame. I could just go look at the top guys, which I probably will be. It doesn't look like there's any guys that like again, I thought Singleton committed to Florida, but maybe not. But I know he's in the transfer portal now. Just took him off the draft guide a few minutes ago. Yeah, think I just want to let's go see top guys. Anyone commit? Let's go position by position. So again, Levitt, he's scheduled to visit Miami. He's going to be in the run in there with Tennessee, LSU. Now that who's that cat? The Washington quarterback Williams. He's decided to return. What up, Edwards? Gojo's done with football till next year because dude, yeah, he's pissed about them Chiefs. Sorsby Tech, dude, Texas Tech they've brought in a lot of guys that I've liked defensively. If you don't think they're gonna rinse and repeat what they did on that defensive line, hold on. Let's just go to defensive line real quick. All right. So first off, they bring in my boy Mateen from Wake Forest. He made my mid-season top 10 defensive tackles that are eligible for the draft. That's a huge get. I think that is a huge get. Immediately, you're feeling good about that interior, who's probably going to bring back AJ Holmes. So him and AJ Holmes, that's going to be pretty sweet. But I think they got Trey White from San Diego State, who was also in the draft guide, decided to stay. Okay, Henry Daly's going to Michigan. That's no surprise. Antasaka is going to A&M. I figured he'd probably hit the transfer portal. Intriguing. Got to take him out of the draft guide. Okay, Adam Trick, who kind of blew up at Miami, Ohio this past year. He's just a solid player. I'm pretty sure they also got Trey Smith. Where do they got Trey Smith up in here? I know they ain't listing him as a linebacker. Do they really got him that low? Do they got him listed as a linebacker? Well, now I'm feeling like I may got it twisted. Oh yeah, James Williams from Florida State's going to Oklahoma State. Hoosiers are taking the field. Wait, did I get his name wrong? Oh, it's Trey White, not Trey Smith. Stupid. I'm pretty sure you transferred, right? Or is he just returning? Oh, okay. Maybe I just got that mixed up. Here comes Dan Lannon. No, he did commit to Texas Tech. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, that's a big get, man. A big get. Who do I got winning this game? Dude, I'm going to be rooting for Indiana. I wouldn't bet this game. I'm rooting for a good game. Mock draft simulators, I don't think any of them are accurate. If you're looking for accuracy in a mock draft simulator, then I think good luck. Good luck. DJ Lagway going to Baylor's, I think very intriguing. Now who was it? Anka or no, Anto Saka. Going to A&M. That's actually a pretty nice get for A&M. Dude, stupid explosive. But I figured he might. Yeah, I figured he'd probably return. Oh, you need to bet Oregon to keep the dude. I know, right? I need to bet Oregon. Maybe I'll go put in a small little wager right now. Here, I'll do Indiana a solid. I'll go put money on Oregon. I'll go do that. That's actually a good call out, Jack. Last night, the game was so fun to watch. Yes, it was. And as an LSU fan, very happy the Canes won. Yeah, I felt like I was going to be heartbroken either way with whoever won or whoever lost. Because I root for Trinidad Chambliss. I think they have just such a great story with stinking Lane Kiffin leaving them. But yeah, man, I'm happy. I'm so happy that Miami made it work. All right, let's do it. Oregon, I might as well. I'll take Oregon plus the points. I'll put 10 on it. Oregon plus the points. Wait, is there a promo I could use before I yeah, there's a 30% profit boost. If I swear, why not? I'm I'm going for I'm going I'm rooting. My heart says I'm rooting for my gosh, why am I blanking? Indiana tonight. Let's keep this trend up. I'm gonna put $10 on Oregon plus 3.5 to help out Indiana because that's just how it works, dude. I bet Ohio State heavily. Uh, I took I took Alabama plus the points. Blew up in my face. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's help Indiana out here. Edward, he says mock drafts say Caleb Downs to the Bengals. I don't think he'll be there at 10. I think he can be there at 10 just because of, well, positional value. I mean, we never know. We never know. Are we going to get a celebration video of the Hurricanes? If the Hurricanes win the national championship, you will see live on stream me melt, me eat every bad thing I've ever said about Mario Cristobal. And I said a lot. I said a lot. I did not love Mario Cristobal. I wanted Dan Lannon. Oh, I wanted Dan Lannon the worst way, man. Hollywood Smothers, man. Going to Alabama. Hopefully they can block for him. Got Raleek Brown going to Texas. Weisner going to Florida State. It's whatever. Dude, there's a lot of good players in the transfer portal, man. All right, here we go. We got a kickoff. Oregon starting with the ball. They're actually going to return this one out. Oh my gosh, he is rocked. All right, let's refresh Gamecast and let's get this play-by-play going on. All right. All right, here comes Dante Moore. All right, I did it. I did it. I did my I did what I can for Indiana. Yo, I got a super chat up in here. Let's go. Let's pull that sucker up. Indiana Fun Support. No, hold on. Let me find it. Hey, Jack. Indiana Fun Support up in here. We got an Indiana player down. That's Amari Farrell. He is walking off, though. That's good. What's the chance that Marcus Freeman is an NFL coach next year? And I don't see him being an NFL coach next year. He kind of already turned down the NFL. Then again, more jobs are coming available. Hey, fins up, baby. We're looking for a new coach. I don't know what the Dolphins are doing. What are my thoughts on Ty Simpson going to the draft? I'll talk about Ty Simpson in a minute. I don't know. All right, we got more coming out of shotgun. He's dropping back. He gets it. It's picked off! It's a big six! Oh! Oh, Dante Moore's coming back to school, which probably makes Ty Simpson a first round pick now. The bet is working. I've lost my money. I'm losing my money to get Indiana to the national championship. That's Pons, man. I love Pons. That dude was like 2 inches taller and 20 pounds heavier. He'd be an easy first round pick. Bro, he just watched that one down here. I want to go back. I want to see where. Oh, here we go. Another replay. Dude, Moore just stared that guy down, bro. Oh. Oh, we got Brody here. Also, what is going on, Broshmo? Glad to see you doing well. God bless you, brother. Love the content. Hey, appreciate it, my friend. Let's see how Dante Moore responds. Golly. Yo, clip that reaction. I lost my mind. Uncle Barry, why you got to do my ducks like that? Hey. I'm sorry. All right, they're doing the kickoff. Ty Simpson, right? I think he's a good quarterback prospect. I think he's a pretty darn good quarterback prospect. I think most drafts I'd probably have him as like a top 50, top 60 guy. I think he's got a better arm than a Mac Jones. I think he's as cerebral as Mac Jones was in college. Some of the stuff he does is like, wow, you are ready now, bro. You are ready now. But we're talking about a guy. Let's look measurements. Because I don't care what your lady tells you. Measurements matter, bro. 6'2", 208 pounds. Okay, not the worst size in the world. But still, sub 210, you don't love it. Of course, they're going to toss this sucker out. Get about 4 yards on that run. Not bad, though. But, okay. Not terrible size. Solid enough arm. You're talking about a dude with not a lot of elite traits. You're talking about a dude that has, what, 15 starts to his name? Not great. People hyperventilate when it comes to starts and quarterbacks because it's something that actually translates somewhat. All right, we got another handoff here. So he's going to break this outside for a first down. Good gain by the Ducks. First down. I'm not taking Ty Simpson in the top 10. Some team might. I'm not taking him. If you get midway in the first round, I mean, you start to play with the idea, but do you love it? You're never going to love it. He just doesn't have traits like that. Oh, man. All right. We're going to get a no fake handoff. Dante Moore dumps it to the running back. Run back slips, regains his composure. I say composure, regains his balance, able to get a first down. Nice. I don't care who Miami plays. We're in the national championship. Bring on your best contender. Oh, Edward, I'm way ahead of you. My bad. My bad. Yeah, I have no preference on who the Canes get to play. Didn't I warn you about Isaiah Horton, bro? How so, Shady? Isaiah Horton's solid. Warn me about what? All right, we got another handoff here. Decent little game, probably about three yards. Yeah, we're gonna be live for the national championship. Do the Steelers take Ty Simpson in the 20s? That depends on Aaron Rodgers. That depends on how they feel about the likes of a Mason Rudolph and a Will Howard. I don't think I would. Oh, nice throw there. Oh, was it dropped? Was that Sadiq? No, that was Sadiq. That was Jaleel Johnson. That was a good throw, man. That should have been a first down. Jaleel Johnson dropping the ball. Now remember, Fernando Mendoza threw a pick six in this very game. Back in what, like October? Early November? And then bounced back to carry his team 90 yards down the field for a touchdown drive. Let's see what Dante Moore can do. This is a 3rd and 7. They're at the Indiana 49. And dumps it. Oh, nice. On the drag. Is that Benson? Yep. Malik Benson out to the Indiana 40. Real Sober Jack. I got the film from Caddy's cut-ups, man. I got all the film pretty much. So thank you. Hey, dude, Caddy's was great to me, man. Honestly, it's just like now that I'm doing this kind of at a full, well, yeah, basically I've been doing this for full time. I had to step up my tape watching. And what I mean by that is I needed something that I could filter out, get to exactly what I want to see about a prospect. And show me only the snaps that they're on the field. All right, another handoff here. Oh, almost snagged in the backfield. Gonna pick up maybe 2 there. Told you last week the Ole Miss game that he was transferring. Remember? Oh, I mean, I'd be shocked if I doubted that. He had the extra year of availability. I think he's a day 3 guy at best. So, yes, I will be at the Senior Bowl this year. I have a lot to do before I go there. So, huh. All right, another handoff here. It's gonna set up maybe a 3rd and 3. I didn't really have a pick for tonight's game. We got Ian. Hey, buddy, first time viewer on the live, but seen the mock with Bangle. Yeah, yeah, that was a fun mock me and Bangle had. I feel like I shocked him with some of my picks, but it's like, hey, I got some guys in this draft that I just really like. Keith Abney, Amari Cooper. Oh, more. He's got under pressure. Oh, dumps it to the running back. Nice. First down. Waited till the last second to get that sucker out. I don't know why people think Trinidad is a top 2-round prospect. Blows my mind. Yeah, no, I mean Trinidad. I think Trinidad could sneak into like the 3rd round, but I think he's a good like early day 3 guy. It's just weird because this quarterback class just ain't all that. Oh, Moore's gonna keep it. He's gonna run with it. He's gonna pick up like 6 yards there. Michigan got Taylor Tatum, transfer from Oklahoma. He didn't play much this year, did he? Dude, Eric, last night was incredible. Spartan, I'm not sick at all. I have a runny nose. I'm a Ducks fan. Rough start. A lot of people are really high on Dante Moore, but I don't think he's him. I think he can be. He's him. I don't think he's there yet, but I think he can be. Was that to Sadiq for the first down? Nice. There we go. Yeah, allergies. I'm a guy with a lot of allergies. Grew out of some. I had a lot of food allergies as a kid. No, he had -1 yard, but he's going to be a backup behind Marshall. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. All right, we got Indiana calling a timeout, trying to slow the momentum of the Ducks. You're gonna be popping in and out. That's a-okay. Nintendo Mike. That's a-okay. Ain't no way Justice Haynes is going to Georgia Tech of all places. Ain't no way. I gotta look that up myself, Skater Boy. Who told you that little nugget? Oh, they offered him $2 million, bro. Spartan, I don't do alcohol like that because I'm a responsible human being. Holy smokes. Oh, let's see, Broshmo. Let's do it is my top 5 QBs in the draft this year. Moore, Mendoza, the obvious two. 3, 4, 5 is tough. You know what? Simpson, Chandler's. Who's Chandler's? Man, I'm gonna be real, dude. Taylor Green, just based on tools, and it'd be like, well, Taylor Green in the top 5 quarterbacks in this class, dude. You might not be after like 3 quarterbacks are on the board. You might not see another quarterback taken until like straight up day 3. It's kind of nuts like that. What we would you take round 2, Brazel or Bernard? Depends on what your Depends on what your wide receiving room looks like, what your what wide receiving core looks like. Oh, jeez. All right. I'm literally Beck impressed. Beck impressed. Yeah, sure. Beck was nice last night, but keep in mind before that last drive, he was horrible, dude. In that second half, his only completion was behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, nice run defense there by Indiana. Maybe a loss of 1 or 2 there. Justice Haynes. I don't see anything about him to. Oh, just missed his guy. Would have been a tough throw or a tough catch. But he had a lot of time to just sit back there and survey the field. I don't see anything about Justice Haynes going to Georgia Tech, but again, I did like a quick X search. You think Trinidad is the shuck or the dart of the draft? Meaning, like some team will reach early. I don't think a team will reach early. I don't think you're going to see Trinidad go in the first 2 rounds. Maybe somewhere in the 3rd round, once you get out of like the top 75, team might think, hey, let's take a shot. Where do you think Levin and Coleman go to? No idea. No idea. All right, here we go. 3rd and 12. They're bringing the pressure. And he's got his man. It's Sadiq. Touchdown. No, it's Jaleel Johnson. Excuse me. I get the tight ends confused. What can I say? Jamari Johnson. I keep wanting to say Jaleel. It's because I was watching Jaleel Skinner, Louisville tight end. I was going to watch him. Then I realized I think he's returning. So I was like, well, screw it. I don't have to check him out till the summer. All right, we got a tied ball game. There you go. That's how you respond, Dante Moore. Dante Moore has already got 2 scores tonight. What's up? Dude, I knew it was a tight end. I thought it was Sadiq, but it was Jamari Johnson. It messes with me. You got Johnson, number 9. Sadiq is 18, which is 9 times 2. I'm all kinds of screwed up, bro. I'm terrible with numbers. I thought it was Sadiq, dude. I'm just so used to seeing Sadiq make just kind of tearing it up the seams like that. You want the Niners to draft Sadiq? Man, you think what's his name? Golly, why am I blanking? Kittle? You think Kittle's done? No, I think maybe run more 12 personnel, 2 tight end sets. Well, don't you got what's that dude's name? Tongus or whatever? Plus Kittle age and more injuries. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess I don't mind that. I mean, I don't think Sadiq's probably there in the 20s like that, but you never know. Good players fall. Yeah, Jamari Johnson has been given more time to flash. He's gonna be in everyone's top 10 tight ends for 2027. All right, so we've made it technically through two-ish drives. We haven't gotten to see Indiana actually drive offensively, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll in the chat. 77% of y'all have the Hoosiers. Who wins? Who earns the right to play a close game against Miami? Dang, you want Brazzle and Omar Cooper? Ooh. The ham approves the schmo of bro. Hey, I hear you. If you were Proctor and the top pick for DT, who would you choose? Like which DT? Hmm. All right, we got a handoff. We got a handoff to Hemby, who's going to pick up a yard there. I don't know what your question is. I don't know who this Cal McNar is, Eric. I was going to Google him, couldn't find him. Don't know who Cal McNar is. All right, we got a 2nd and 9 here for Indiana at their own 26. Noza gets it out quick. And that's Surratt for about a 5-yard pickup. It's going to set up 3rd and 4. The owner of the Texans. Is that how you say is that how his name is spelled? All right, here comes some pressure. He gets it. Nice throw there. And that's Surratt. Dude's a big boy, bro. McNair. It's McNair, not Oh my gosh. I was like, I don't know. Was this guy from Dubai or something? Oh, the Texans owner. Okay, I got it. I'll get back to that question. We got because they're playing up tempo. Hemby picking up about 5 yards there. If you were Cal McNair, and both Proctor and the top pick for DT, who would it be? It kind of I guess I'd be cool with either. But if we're talking like the top pick for DT, like who is that guy? Are you saying Peter Woods is there? Because then it's Peter Woods. I would like if Caden McDonald or Amari Washington, I'd be willing to. I'd be. I'd be tempted to take either of those guys over Proctor, but I also like Proctor, man. Not a lot of people like Proctor. I don't mind him. Do you want John Harbaugh for the Dolphins? Dude, I don't know what I want for the Dolphins. I feel like we're still a year away from our rebuild. Is that no, that's Kalon Black. I was gonna say Hemby. Black picking up some yards to make it third and manageable. Third and manageable. All right, 3rd and 4. Mendoza dropping back, gets it out. He looked down the tight end slash fullback the whole way. He was waiting for that guy just to hit the out. Got him. Nowakowski. Isn't he going to be at like the Shrine, I think? No, I don't have him down for an All-Star Bowl. Okay. Oh, we got a handoff here. That's Black for about 3 yards? 6 yards. Wow. Excuse me. Lions tried getting after, or tried going after, and Commanders moved up. Blah. Yeah, Sorsby's going to be getting all that oil money. Good for him, man. All right, 2nd and 4. We're going to get another handoff. This time it's Hemby who gets out across the 20 down to about the 17. Dolphins should hire Clay Kubiak if they can. The way he worked with McCaffrey should be how he works with Achan. Yeah, Dolphins are Harbaugh. I think needs. You want to go to a more win now friendly team, which I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the Falcons are kind of there. Ooh, Hemby, another nice run, and just out at the 1. No, they're gonna call him back at the 7. Okay, nice. Oh my gosh, Coogan had a nasty block. I don't get this whole Moore's overrated. Like how? Handoff here. Oh, nice defense there. Hemby gonna lose a couple. Is there a quarterback lately that has helped his draft stock? In than Mendoza? I don't know what that. I don't know what the rest of that statement means, Eric. You have to run that back. David Blau is who I was talking about. Oh, I got you, Skater Boy. What round does Coogan go? I think he's firmly day 3. I didn't like his tape coming in. He's been much better this year, definitely. But he's a day 3 guy. All right, we're gonna get no handoff here. It's an oh, Mark Cooper, baby, touchdown, dude. That was a nice throw to the sideline. nice. That was nice by it was a nice, honestly, a nice throw. Oh, and Omar Cooper got both those feet down. Let's go. What are your thoughts on Mike McDaniels trying to be he should be an OC. He's a really good play caller. Listen, I don't think Mike McDaniels was the problem in Miami. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like Moore's competition this year just has been tough. It's competition. And in the hard games, he doesn't look great, at least to me. I'm just casual though. Hey, you watch football like just like the rest of us. The hell with that casual talk. We're all football fans down here trying to rationalize our football opinions. But I don't disagree. Like, I didn't think he looked great against Texas Tech last week. There were a couple throws that was like, ooh. But that's the thing with him. Like, he's a guy that I think he's got more arm talent than Fernando Mendoza. I really do. It's just another dude that needs more starts, needs more time in the oven. Oh, dude, I'm the most in on Omar Cooper. He is my dude. He is my guy. Let's see, Eric. What was asking there? Is there a quarterback in the last 5 to 10 years to help their draft stock more than Mendoza? Yeah, Jaden Daniels, just a couple drafts ago. Nobody was talking about him as a day 1 or day 2 prospect. He was firmly like early to mid day 3 entering that his final season. Ugh. Did Sam Levitt burn his bridges? I really thought he would head to LSU. Well, dude, Sam Levitt is checking all his options. He went to Tennessee because it was rumored that Lane Kiffin, because I know Lane Kiffin was involved in the recruitment of who's Washington's quarterback's name? Not Jaden Daniels. Damon Williams. I thought it was Damon, but I wanted to say Desmond. Damon Williams. Lane Kiffin was tried to recruit him before he decided Williams decided to go elsewhere. So rumor was like, oh, if Williams is going to be available in the transfer portal, then Lane's probably going to want that guy. That's when Levitt goes on his visit with Tennessee, and now he's going to visit Miami. But he's just checking out all the possibilities. Blah, blah, blah. I'm scared we won't get Levitt because we tried to get Williams. I mean, y'all still have Michael Van Buren there, so I hope this game is great. Levitt is reported to be ready by the season's beginning. He just won't be ready by okay, nice little run for about 4 or 5 yards. Levitt won't be ready by spring practices. So that's the thing. Oh, Van Buren transferred too? Word. That's funny. All right, we got 2nd and 6 here from the Oregon 29. Van Buren went to South Florida. Ooh, that's interesting. All right, that's the first quarter. Wasn't like the over under in this game like 44, 47 points? If you took the over, you're feeling great. Yeah, Garrett Nussmeier went to the draft. He had no more eligibility left. He's going to be at the Senior Bowl. Do you think you'll have another Bengal mock draft again before the actual draft? Probably. We still got a long off season. I got to reach out to some of the other guys I'll do mocks with. Just with the Senior Bowl kind of being close and like the NFL playoffs, I know guys like Trevor Sikkema from PFF and NFL Stock Exchange, that franchise guy Marcus, and then Garrett, football analysis. They're deep in NFL playoff stuff. I don't make content like that for the NFL. I talk about the NFL offseason. This is your one-stop shop for the NFL offseason. I'll talk free agency, cap casualties. We'll get to like trade candidates probably after the playoffs, but the draft. So you should do a mock draft with urinating a tree. Big Pittsburgh Steelers fan, ain't he? Yeah, it's not the best time for mocks, I guess. Well, I mean, I'm still doing mocks. But like to collab, it's kind of tough. Who's hurt their draft stock the most this year, in your opinion? Klubnik, Nussmeier, or Aller? I think it's Aller. I don't even gotta think twice. Me and Alex did a mock draft a few weeks ago. It was a 3-rounder. I can see if Alex wants to hop on for a mock draft before we go to the Senior Bowl. Like Klubnik, while he wasn't as good as last year, he still was actually pretty solid. Garrett Nussmeier was beat up this whole year. His offense sucked. By the end of it, when he got benched, the play calling was atrocious. Atrocious. I talked about that in a stock report video where it was just like his average depth of the target was like 2 yards because they kept calling screens and RPOs. They didn't let this dude take shots. And then they bench him on a drive. He led them to a score. Oh, Drew Aller, in my opinion, had no excuse. To me, it's like Drew Aller. This was the year where it was no excuses. And it didn't look great. It just didn't. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, Nuss wasn't great this year, but he was also beat up, rib injury. He was playing through. The run game non-existent. The offensive line, while it wasn't like South Carolina bad, it wasn't great. Another handoff here that's going to set up a 3rd and maybe 1.5, 3rd and 2. He's missing Tyler Warren. Did you see who they transferred in? He's still got probably one of the best running back tandems in college football in Fat Man and Singleton. They brought in Kyron Hudson, Trebnor Pena from Syracuse, Devontae Ross from Troy. At some point, it's like, oh no, your receivers don't do well because you're not that good right now. Oh, nice stop on 3rd and 2. Dude, they had Jones in there. They had Tucker up in there. Golly. Pons is great. I love Pons. Oh, that was Mikael Kamara that was in there. Oh, and I'm the goat. I appreciate that. Dude, Skater Boy, I feel like Michigan should be able to bring in a ton of Utah's former talent. Whoa, was that punt? Kind of a line drive. I mean, it's going to work out. It's going to be inside the 20, but ooh, that punt looked scary. I imagine they probably bring in Snowden Smith too. Isn't Teo Johnson the safety out there as well? LJ Martin didn't return. I'm pretty sure LJ Martin doesn't have eligibility left. Oh, actually, he could return. Did he return? Oh, let's Google it. J Mart. I would be shocked. I mean, he was Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year, first team Big 12. Really good. And in a not so great running back class. Oh my gosh, he is returning? That's insane. That's nuts. Why does no one want to be in the 2026 NFL draft class? That's insane. I think he would have been like a day 2 pick easy. Just considering how bad this running back class is starting to become. That's insane. Honestly, this is the part of the draft process I hate the most. Trying to figure out who all's returning and declaring and coming back. It's a legit pain in the butt. That's insane. He had a really good year. I mean, you want to talk about this running back class just getting just railroaded? Like, look at some of the guys coming back. Hollywood Smothers, honestly, his made sense. Getting hurt late in the year and then it kind of becoming a split backfield. But Mark Fletcher felt like, oh no, you're probably going to be a day 2 guy, 3rd round. Wisner coming back doesn't shock me, but I still think he's just going to be a day 3 dude. Raleek Brown, the Arizona State guy, running back, he was like, okay, I'm going to go declare for the draft. Never mind. Here I come, Texas. Byron Washington from Baylor's not shocking. I think he's transferring as well. Mekhi Hughes is going to Houston to reunite with Freeze. Darius Taylor's coming back from Minnesota. Joe Jackson from Kansas State's return, which he should. He's young. You got Justice Haynes and now LJ Martin. This is just insane. Nobody wants to be in the 2026 class. Yeah, Jonah Coleman, loving all. Dude, I love Jonah Coleman. He'd still probably be my running back too. I love that dude. He's my guy. Jadarian Price it's gonna be close. It's gonna be a bit of a toss up because Coleman's coming off the down year. What Coleman has working for him compared to Price is he doesn't fumble the football. All right, we got a 2nd and 10 here for Indiana. They're at their own 18. This class isn't weak. It just has position groups that are very weak. Coming out of the pistol, we're going to get a handoff to Black, who gets out across the 20, maybe to the 21, but it's going to be a 3rd and long. Yeah, next year's running back, wide receiver class, potentially quarterback class, all looks great. And dude, I'm gonna be straight up. I think next 2027 could be a generational draft class, just with all the talent, even defensively. All right, they're bringing the blitz. Mendoza is gonna tuck it. He's gonna run. He's gonna pick up the first. He's out across the 35. What a what a play, Mendoza. No, I feel like when it came to the 2025 class, people were pretty realistic with like, ooh, this doesn't feel like it's going to be a good class prior to the season. And honestly, the 2026 class, I mean, I came into the year thinking the wide receiver class was a little lackluster, but it's better than I anticipated. Quarterback may be a massive disappointment, but oh, we got a late flag here. The quarterback class is just, I think, such a major disappointment that people are sour on the class. On the defense, illegal block below the waist. All right, we got a 1st and 10 from the Oregon 40. Hand off to Hemby, who picks up maybe 3. Dude, Omar Cooper, yeah, he was a top 50 prospect for me halfway through the year. Do you think Chambliss will have to enter the draft? Ole Miss is going to appeal, and we'll see. We'll see. Where do you see Derek Moore going? Oh, the Michigan edge player. I'm not as other people are higher on him than I am. I think he's kind of the back end of the 3rd, early 4th. Ooh, nice pass deflection there. I think that was Betcher coming in on a blitz. But it sounds like most people have Derek Moore midday too. So we'll see. We'll see. When you overrate escapability and mobility and underrate the actual fundamentals, what makes a good quarterback, you start to think more is better than Mendoza. Hold on. Oh man, Mendoza! What is this play? It's okay. It's a massive sack for one. Gets there, almost a strip sack. Ball bounces up. They're so lucky that this wasn't a turnover. It's going to be a punt, but golly. I do think Trinidad should get the extra year because college football deserves to be fun. Mendoza being able just to get that back is insane. Um, you overrate escapability and mobility and underrate the actual fundamentals of what make a good quarterback. You start to think more is better than Mendoza. Mendoza ran the most RPOs in college football. If you want to go see a game where it's like, okay, go out there and throw the ball, show off your arm talent, show off your ball placement, go watch Purdue, and you tell me what you think. Like people, I don't get why you gotta trash both quarterbacks. You look at them analytically, and they are so close together. Oh, shucks. That's right. I haven't put their analytics in because they're still playing football. All right. Well, I guess I'll pull it up. Pull it up. I talked about this on a mock the mock, or maybe I talked about it in my mock draft. I can't remember. I say a lot of things. Can't remember everything I said. All right, let's do this. Indiana, Oregon. All right. So, in terms of big time throw percentage, Dante Moore, 7.4, Mendoza, 6.7. Those are good numbers, close to one another. Turnover worthy plays. Dante Moore, 2.5. Not terrible. Fernando Mendoza, 2.4. Adjusted completion percentage, 81% for Moore, 79.6% for Mendoza. Oh, who deals with more drops? Oh, it's Dante Moore. 5.9% of his completions have been drops compared to Mendoza, 2.4. They're pretty similar in the pocket in terms of getting the ball out quickly, but yeah, man. I mean, shoot, even if you look at their basic stats, they're very close in yardage. Mendoza does have more touchdowns, but it is what it is. I'm just saying they're a lot closer than people are like, oh, this guy's an easy one, and this dude's not even close. It's like, nah, they're pretty darn close. What do you think the strength position of this draft is? Linebacker's good, tight end's good. I think safety, corner's underrated. It just doesn't have an elite player, but it's got good players, really good players. Um, let's see. I think defensive tackle, the more I look into it, the more I like the class. I don't think I'm in on offensive line this year for this draft. Unless you need a center. There's a lot of good centers in this class. Wide receiver is better than I anticipated, but I won't say it's a strength. Edge is probably going to be good. It's just all the edge players have questions. That's the thing. I think maybe it's a year to. It's not a good year to need an elite player at a premium position because I just don't think this draft class has those. Oh, Moore, what the heck was that? The ball slipped. The ball slipped. No, Dante Moore. Oh, the running back. He goes to wind up and it hits the running back. No, that's so fluky. Bro. Dang. That's insane, man. All right, we got a toss out to Kalon Black. Oh, tries to jump. It might have got to the 2. It's gonna be second and goal. Oh man. Yeah, no, yeah, this is huge for the Hoosiers. Hey, keep in mind, if you didn't know, Indiana will get the ball at after half. All right, it's gonna be third and goal from the 1. Any draftable runbacks at Indiana? I think both their backs are draftable. I think they're both day 3 guys, but Hemby and Black are pretty solid. And Black's in there, touchdown. Uh, I think Gabe Akis is a top 50 player. Could be. I liked Akis a lot coming into the year. I watched him early in the early parts of the season. I need to get back to his tape and watch him down the stretch. I got a lot of tape watching to do. First, I got freaking put in all these analytics and the draft guide before I could get back. I am going back and watching like Senior Bowl guys though. I'm hoping to get to Shrine, but I don't think I'll be able to get to Shrine before it's here. See someone compare Matt Ryan to Mendoza. You like that comp? I don't think so. I actually like the Jared Goff comp a lot for Mendoza. That's yeah, I really like the Jared Goff comp. A little bit. If you were Sean McVay, would you rather draft a quarterback or trade for a young one? Oh, I'd rather draft a quarterback. Cheaper. Way cheaper. Don't know why more teams don't draft tandem running backs or running back tandems. Hemi and Black, when they need a running back, looking at the Lions, it's clear the success it can have. Yep. Do, do, do. I don't have a Dante Moore comp. I haven't got to my comp stage yet. Then again, quarterbacks, you don't really need like height, weight, size metrics to really develop a comp. Is Mario your OT1 now? He's been my OT1 all year long. He has been my OT1 all year long. Miggy. What do you think Indiana getting Hoover? Dude, someone brought this up and it just made so much sense. So, Fernando Mendoza leads all of college football in RPO plays. Guess who number 2 is? Josh Hoover. Hoover isn't as gifted as Mendoza in terms of his size and honestly arm talent, or at least arm ability. And I'm not saying Hoover is very limited, but he is limited to some regard. Like, I never looked at Hoover as a potential, like, day 1 or day 2 guy. Mendoza's more athletic. Not much. He's long. I wouldn't say he's more athletic. Like, he's not terribly more athletic. Well, CJ Stroud's not a bad comp, actually, for Dante Moore. That's an interesting one. I don't hate that one. I actually kind of like that one. Sure, that looked like Lamar against Georgia. No. He didn't look like Lamar. Maybe behind the line of scrimmage, but Lamar was a different animal as a ball carrier. Who's your top rated quarterback coming into the season? I don't know because I won't watch the 2027 class until we get through this draft. There's so many interesting quarterback options with I love Lenore Sellers. I'm sorry. I'm going to need another year of him just not being good to probably get off of Lenore Sellers. Arch Manning, I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty of his tape. He intrigues me. Sayan might have some limitations size-wise. Rayola, I only watched casually, so I couldn't really give you a tell. So it's like, I'll figure it out this summer. You'll find out like in May. I'll have my quarterbacks rankings. I don't typically have comps until after the combine because I'm really big on trying to find guys with similar height, weight, speed, length, stuff like that. I'm really big on finding guys with similar metrics and then trying to find guys with similar play styles to those metrics. Yeah, Trinidad, I thought outside of like the almost interceptions, Trinidad was really nice last night. He had 3 throws that, wow, should have been interceptions. Good on you, Miami. All right, we got another handoff here. Ducks kind of need a touchdown this drive. You'd like to get it fast because you probably want to get the ball back one more time, considering Indiana gets the ball at half. All right, here we go. We got a 2nd and 3. We got 6:45 left in the half. Sadiq's in motion. Fake the handoff. He's looking. Here comes the pressure, and he's sacked. Chambliss still might get that extra year. Ole Miss is gonna, what's the word? Appeal it. Underwear Olympics will tell us a lot. Not really. Why is everyone low on Tyreek Sapp? Watch his tape. I didn't like him coming into the year, and that's all I'm gonna say. All right, 3rd and 12, and we got another sack. And I think that was Jones. Bring in the heat. Isaiah Jones. I gotta watch Isaiah Jones. Oh, dude, I do love the Tyreek Tucker celebrations. Oh, I think Kamara actually. That's the sack for Kamara. Oh, we're gonna get a return here. As a Brady with the return, former, well, I guess still teammate of Fernando Mendoza, but played with Mendoza over at Cal. Don't think Dante Moore's an NFL caliber player. I think he is. I think he's got an NFL arm. That doesn't mean he's ready to go this year. I think another year will do him good. Absolutely, Miami has a chance against Indiana. They're just from a skill perspective. I think they're they're a more talented team. They're not the more disciplined team. They're not the better coach team, in my opinion. Nah, Pregnon, I don't have Pregnon as a first. I mean, I'm gonna go back, watch his tape and whatnot, but I don't mind him day 2. I don't think I guards are tough sells for me anyway in the first round, so yeah. Well, Donald, your pass rush is terrible. Granderson's coming off a down year. Jordan hasn't been a relevant pass rusher in what, 3 years? Chase was really what, the only guy that had that was bringing some juice. Yeah, Chase, 49 pressures, 12 sacks, 15% win rate. Yeah, that's a Robin if I ever saw it. There's no Batman on this team. Not even on the interior. There's no Batman. Granderson, 10% pass rush win rate, 39 pressures, 7 sacks. Ugh. Oh, don't tell me sacks. I don't want to hear sacks, dude. Sacks is such a stupid stat. Oh, they got a lot of sacks, so we got a lot of pressure. No, no, wrong, wrong. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it's just like when you got pressure, you got sacks. The thing is, your pressure was few and far times in between, you know? Favorite player at the Senior Bowl? Oh, dude, I love KC Recepcion. That's my dude. I loved him at NC State. Ooh, Mendoza throwing it high to Hemby, but Hemby catches it. May have lost a yard there. I do remember James Hurst. I don't know why. It makes me think of was it James Moore the Dolphins drafted? Play tackle, ended up not being great. All right, we got 2nd and 10. Mendoza stepping back. He's throwing it up. What a catch by Surratt, dude. Surratt's just different. And there's a flag. Pass interference, and it did not matter. Dude, no one boxes out the catch point like Surratt. Mendoza is going to dump it to Omar Cooper for like 7 yards, maybe. Going to be 2nd and 3. I'm not a big Chandler Rivers guy. I think Drew Phillips, faster athlete. Rivers, he's not fast. He's like a smooth athlete, but it's not explosive or anything. I think he's going to be pigeonholed into the slot, similar to Phillips. All right, here's 2nd and 3. Fake the handoff. Mendoza's going deep. He's got a guy. Is that Becker touchdown? Oh, buddy. When it rains, it pours, and they're inside, and it don't matter. The roof is coming off. It's leaking. We pick, man. Why couldn't the Miami Ole Miss game been tonight? I'm really excited to watch Becker for next year's class. Replicate Moth, dude. I'm one of those guys. I would rather take the shot on Moore than Mendoza. I think Moore's got a higher upside. I think he's got more arm talent. And that's not to say Mendoza's bad quarterback. He's not. He's really good. It's overtime to put Mendoza ahead of Moore. Dude, I don't think we'd have to worry about Moore for this draft class anyway. Becker remind you of Alex Pierce? Nah, that's actually pretty solid. Talk about a big vertical white boy. That sounds about right. Is there any way you will update your board after a film review that Mendoza? Yeah, no, there's 100%. 100%. 100%. Okay, I would not call that touchdown pass a dime. You mean Becker had a step on the DB and he threw a contested catch ball? Dime? Okay. Am I worried about my Canes? No, because I've already won the national championship. Canes already won the national championship when they beat Ohio State. I didn't think they would make it that far. I didn't think they would do that. We're playing with house money at this point. Oh, there's a sack. Oh, this game's done, bro. Strip sack. That's game, dude. That's game. All right. Just so you know, Oregon has a lot of things working against them outside of just, Indiana being the better team. uh, Oregon is losing both their coordinators. Will Stein, he's going to Kentucky. DC, he's going to Cal. Those guys, you think they got their full unbridled attention on this game? Mendoza's going to hold on to it. He breaks a tackle. He breaks 2 tackles. Nice gain of 2 yards there. Bet for fastest wide receiver 40. Ooh. I mean, Casey Concepcion's going to be a fast runner. Just looking here. I thought I took Eric Singleton off this sucker. Singleton probably would have been the guy I would say if he was in this draft class. Let's see. Zachariah Branch is probably. Kevin Coleman's going to be up there. That would be some of the guys I would anticipate to have fast 40. Let's see. Yeah, Dante Moore probably coming back. I mean, Oregon's going to pay him handsomely anyway, so. Charlie Becker's 11 to 13 on contested catches. Yeah, the dude's kind of nuts like that. Oh, guys, it's not over. It's not over. South Carolina squandered a massive lead against Texas A&M. Now I know Indiana's not South Carolina, but I'm just saying, never say never. It's the reason we play the game out. Hey, happy 24th birthday, Wade. Guess who's going to be under fallers? I mean, you can't blame the strip sacks on Moore. Ooh, actually, Miggy, this is not a bad comment here. Moore provides Tua confidence when under pressure. That's not bad. I mean, that is bad, but I mean that's actually not a bad parallel. All right. Well, I feel like the Indiana Hoosiers owe me money. Now, hey, I'm just gonna say this. I ain't. You know what? No, I will bet for Miami in the national championship game. If that brings them bad mojo, then it is what it is. All right, we got a 2nd and 8. Another handoff here to Black. Ooh, nice little cut. It's gonna be 3rd and 3. All right, who called the timeout there? I imagine it's probably Indiana. Oh, never say never is what they said in the game where the Seahawks destroyed Peyton Manning and the Broncos. I gets it out too. Oh, is that Pons on offense? Getting the first down? Let's go. Signetti to the Cowboys. Nah, dude. Signetti ain't leaving Indiana. Might see the other Mendoza brother this game. Ooh. Man, you want let's talk about let's talk about Oregon's offensive line just faltering down the stretch. Harkey hasn't been good. Isaiah World hasn't been good. Man, the tackles have been a problem. All right, 1st and goal. We're gonna get a handoff here to Hemby, who's gonna be down at the 1. Yeah, they're gonna mark him down at the 1. 2nd and goal at the 1. Cherry will make him an offer he can't refuse. Oh, is Jerry going to be all in this year? But I mean, Indiana re-signed their OC, their DC before they even got to play a playoff game. This is a tight unit. And oh, good stop there. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 2. Well, Ananiah, my condolences to you. This might be my Hurricanes in 10 days. So Hoosiers get the ball back too at half, after half. Woof. Well, if you're a Hurricanes fan, get your trash talk in while you still can. You have 10 days. Jerry went full Bengals. All right, here we go. 3rd and goal. Mendoza's going to throw this one, and that's a touch to Surratt. Might have just been a nice little pick route. Couldn't really see down there. Yeah, that's a touchdown. Oh, I think he's in. I think that broke the plane. Oh, it wasn't even a pick route. They just had the tight end there on a little hitch outside. And then Cooper, the most inward slot player, just running a little out route in the middle of the end zone. All the Oregon players just dropped around her too. Yeah, this is tough to watch. Man, this quarterback class is a problem. It's a problem. If you need a quarterback, you're tearing your eyes out at this point. Worse than last year. Who would have thought? Yeah, I mean, dude, we could look at 2027 and be like, hey, there's no way. One, two, three players should be emerging from next year's class. But yeah, rough year for guys that were considered 1st-round draft picks, man. All right, Oregon, can you get something going before you get into halftime? Because golly, you're just going to give Indiana the ball. Man, and people were giving poor Ty Simpson all this crap about how he played against Indiana, and here we are. Here comes pressure again. Moore rolling, throwing it downfield. Yeah, you got to kind of start putting the ball in harm's way to make a play. Yeah, man. Indiana's defense, so underrated. So good. Dude, and they got Nick Marsh also coming to that wide receiver room. Okay, there we go. We got to throw over the middle field to Malik Benson down at about the Indiana 41. But dude, they're going to bring in Hoover, who's going to be perfect for this offense. And he's going to get a freaking monster in Marsh. Moore's looking. Here comes pressure. Oh, there's a hold. Throw it away. Yeah. Just going to throw it away. Yeah, that was Isaiah World. Now they're back to their own 29. Oh, they got Kamara down. Why is the score that bad? Turnovers. Turnovers. Really, only one being Dante Moore's fault. Just happened to be a pick six, the one that was his fault. All right, here we go. First and, and 20. And Moore just trying to dump it down to Johnson. Awkward arm angle. It went well. Went well, Spartan. When was the last time Oregon got dominated like this? Last year against Ohio State. All right, we got a screen here on 2nd and 20. Gets them back a little past the original line of scrimmage. Should be like a 3rd and 7. Twelve seconds. Moore going over the middle. He's got it. I think that's Johnson. Yep, it's Johnson. No timeouts. Spike the ball. Down at the Indiana 38. And they're going to go for the long field goal. God bless. Where do you rank Brandon Finney as a true freshman? Dude, straight up, as a true freshman, I'll watch you in 2 years. But dude, no, he had a banger game last week. What, had the 2 interceptions, a fumble recovery? I don't know where I'd rank him with like true freshman performances. It's short. What was that, like a 55 yarder, 56 yarder? Oh, buddy. Oh, I gotta see what football Twitter's got to say. Yeah, I think Indiana's going to be good next year. They're bringing in good talent. Oh man. All right, I just put out a tweet. I'm happy about it. I think it's funny. I'm amused by it. I think IU will be good, but not in. I think they'll be in the college football champion. Like, I think they'll be in the playoff contention. They're not losing as much as you think, and they've been active in the transfer portal. Signetti got it, and Signetti I trust. These blowouts are so strange to me. Is Indiana really that much better than the field? Most seems fishy. I don't think it's fishy. Uh, Augie, you saw the tweet, dude. Those are the Hurricanes right now, dude. It's the Kermit the Frog meme. Maybe we should have thought twice before winning last night. I don't think it's fishy. They're they're one of the most disciplined teams in college football. When you don't shoot yourself in the foot, when you force your opponent to have to force you to make mistakes, you're in a great position. Dude, did Signetti really say that? I wasn't paying attention to the little mini interview. He says anytime the QB is getting hit, they're less effective, and we're whooping them up front. Oh, did you? Freaking Signetti's such a G. Do you think Notre Dame will have a good chance at the Natty next year? Yeah, they're going to probably consider their schedule. They probably could only afford one loss. Notre Dame 2026 Sketty. So this is the Notre Dame schedule next year. I mean, what? Miami, SMU, BYU? Cool. Their schedule's worse than it was this year. Legitimately, if they're a 2-loss team with this schedule next year, they're not going to come anywhere close to making the college football playoff. And they might not even be able to afford a loss to Miami. And be fair, SMU's got some parts heading out. I think Syracuse will be better next year, though they got some big guys transferring. Don't sleep on BYU, though. Golly. Do you have any thoughts on the Hula Bowl or Hula Bowl prospects? I haven't looked at the Hula Bowl roster. Oh, that's not true. I'm thinking of the Tropical Bowl. I haven't looked at the Hula Bowl roster recently. I know they got a few guys that I'm intrigued in that I have down here. Camden Brown from Georgia Southern. You got Omega Blake from Arkansas at wide receiver. Let's see. Do they have any running backs? that I wrote down here? Not really. Dean Connors, Devon Booth, they've probably added some people since I last looked at it. Kyron Drones is heading there. Jake Retzlaff, okay, whatever. Probably not draftable guys. Dan Villari, the tight end from Syracuse. I'm intrigued. I wanted to watch this film like a month and a half ago, and I just don't have time like that. Tristan Lay, though, left tackle there at Clemson. I was talking about that dude like a year and a half ago. He's all right. Bryce Foster, I don't mind, from Kansas. He's going to the Hula Bowl. Any DTs? Not really. Like maybe Keyshawn Silver from USC. Linebacker, not really. Corner. Josh Moten. Josh Moten might actually be the best prospect there. Here, I'm just gonna pull up the Hula Bowl right now. I think the DT class is pretty solid. I think it's a solid DT class. Yeah, I think Dante Moore should go back, make that money, help that draft capital. Let's see. Hula Bowl roster preview. Let's do it. All right. Yeah, QB. Oh, my boy Ethan Cali McMantis or Manis. Oh, I didn't see he got an invite. Let's go. I actually think he's draftable. Let's go. Oh, Desmond Reed's going to the Hula Bowl. Let's go. I like him too. He's just small as hell. I already mentioned Camden Brown. You got Octavius Smith. Tight end. Oh, Sharp's going to, I think, the Shrine or the Senior. I think he's going to the Shrine. Isn't Lance Mason in the transfer portal from Wisconsin? Oh no, he's entering the 2026 draft. I have him going into the transfer portal. All right, Control F, Lance. I thought he was in the transfer portal. Maybe he's just out of eligibility. Because he declared, but then I thought he entered the transfer portal. Nope, I guess he's in this draft. Okay. What's the best bowl? Are we talking about off-season draft process? Because it's senior. It's always going to be the senior. All right, I'm going to have to add Lance Mason. I thought he was coming back. All right. Who else we got? What's the offensive line look like? Pretty sure Gervart looked all right this year. Yeah, no one else I'm really like thrilled about. Marvin Jones, I'm pretty sure it's going to the senior. Linebacker, nothing. Cam Miller's interesting. That's about it. I mean, they got Wompka, Xavier Wompka, baby. Interesting. Okay, yeah, Hula Bowl added some decent guys. Emmett Johnson with the class, run back class currently at where it's at. Yeah, he's probably somewhere in the third round. Sober Jake, I've never really cared until this year because I'm watching legit film this year. Yeah, man. Film is great, dude. Film is king. Tape is king. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Justin Fields is a bust. I don't know. Maybe he has a Geno Smith resurgence in like another 3 years, but you can't really call him anything other than a bust. He didn't work out for Chicago. It was a first round bust for Chicago. Sam Darnold was a first round bust for the Jets. It's just facts. Dang, man. 35-7. Rough. I'm pretty sure the over under of this game was 44 and a half. Indy, which I don't get why it was so low. Okay, it finished at 48 and a half. They're currently at 42 points. That's wild because like their last game was what 30-20, so 50 point total, and that was in kind of squishy conditions in Oregon. So Dante Moore ain't gonna fall. Dante Moore is gonna go back to school. Who would be your MVP pick? Mayor Stafford. Golly, dude, you can't really go wrong with either answer. I'm a little biased, dude. Stafford almost won me a championship in Dynasty. Both have been so good this year. I think I would. I think it's Stafford. Yeah, I mean Stafford's got the better numbers too. I mean, who's competing with 46 touchdown passes? Yeah, it's Matthew Stafford. Where do you think Surratt falls in the draft? Will his testing numbers hurt him? No, they shouldn't hurt him too much because we kind of already knew what his speed was coming in. I think Surratt probably is firmly like mid day 2 or somewhere in the third rounds. I've always liked him in that spot. Think my wife might be home, so I have to help her get the kids inside. So I'll be back in a sec. Gojo's wrong if you think, dude, Gojo would never pick the Canes. That's all me, baby. All right, let's go get mom. Hey, not the time to ask. Your sister's in the laundry. Looking out the way. Don't even ask. Don't even bring it up. Your sister's really right now. Okay? Now he's got to go back to work. I know, he wanted a little bit from there. Oh, yeah. Ugh. No one's getting killed. My middle child had her hand in the door when the car door closed. Come here, buddy. It did seem like someone was getting killed though, huh? So they put an ice pack on her. It's a little swollen. Happened to me one time. My mom closed, like when I was 7, closed the trunk on my finger. Hurt a lot. Ended up losing my fingernail. I mean, it grew back, but it was all bruised. Yeah, dude. My middle kid, she had we had to take her. She's had a couple of hospital visits. She like fell and hit her head on like a concrete bench at daycare. They thought she had a concussion. She had like the most wonderful time at the hospital. It was so stupid, felt like a waste of money. There was this one time she got nurses made elbow. So it's like when they're little, it's easy to pop their elbow out of the socket or even their shoulder. And if you know how to like pop it back in at home, real easy. But when the kid's in pain, really tough to do. So we had to go get that done for her. But yeah, dude, her finger was swollen. I like walk out there to go help bring in the kids, and I was like hearing her scream. I was like, "What the heck?" And there's her. She's just in the van door, just like ah. I'm like, "What's going on out here?" That van door basically just went all Indiana on her, man. She'll be all right though. She's a tough kid. Funny, but not funny. Will be funny years down the road. Gojo came. He was like, "Hey, I ain't dealing with that." All right. I feel like I should put a. feel like I should. I feel like I'm going to. I'm gonna put up a new poll in the chat. If you're here on the YouTube with us, will Oregon lose by? There we go. Will Oregon lose by 17 or less or 18 or more? They're currently down 28. I think that's a good like, hey, this is gonna be a team like trying to rally back. They might be able to get some points in there. So yeah, what a pull, baby. What a pull. Oh man. Rogers might not have a tight end Monday because Jonu Smith is trending down. Is Fryermuth out? I haven't looked at like injury reports. All right, false start on Indiana, so they're going to be at their own 20, first and 15. Remember when everyone said the G5 teams should be out because of the blowouts? Yeah, that aged well. I don't think it was because of the blowouts, but think about it. I don't think people have a problem with one G5 getting in, which might not be entirely true, but two G5. Because if you look at resume, you can't tell me like James Madison had a better resume than teams like Notre Dame, Vandy, Utah, BYU. What's wrong with Oregon? Their coordinators are going to coach other places. That's one reason. But Indiana's just outplaying them. All right, we got a second and 13. Mendoza, nice out. That's to Surratt. First down, easy. Yeah, I'm always for G5 teams. Hey, let them in if they have great resumes. G5 teams didn't have great resumes this year. I think G5 should have their own playoff. It's unfair to put them in the college football playoff, I think. I legitimately think the talent differential is legit. And in today's era with NIL and the transfer portal, it's more apparent than ever. No real gain here on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 9 from their own 39. We got a super chat. Should the Jets trade with the Browns and take Love? I'm not against it. I think they could take defense. I think the Jets should trade. Like, I don't know how you're trading out at this point. Like, I don't see Dante Moore coming back. That means Ty Simpson, hello, you're quarterback too. It's going to be rough, man. Jake, yeah, I'm 100%. Boise deserved to be in the playoff last year. They played to the wire with Oregon, and I believe that was at Oregon. I could be wrong, but it wasn't the blue field. Yeah, dude, Boise, they ran through their schedule aside from UNLV, who was also trying to make a push for the playoff. Boise deserved it, yes. You're going to get those teams few and far between, though. All right, we got another handoff here. This is to Black. Great gain. Should be a first down, if not close to. Genuine question, is Trinidad a candidate for quarterback 3 if he declares? I don't think I'd put Trinidad over like Taylor Green, if I'm being real. When it comes to the NFL, it's the freaks of the freaks. I think I'd rather, especially if we're talking about guys that'll go in the 3rd, 4th round, I might take the freaky tools guy. All right, Mendoza picking up about 4 or 5 yards there. But I think he's in that conversation of quarterback 3. I like Taylor Green. I don't think Taylor Green should start, should be as close to starting in the NFL, but rocket arm, insane mobility. He's a guy worth trying to develop. Oh, almost got a false or offsides there. Handoff. Ooh, Hemby knocked in the backfield. It's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 7. Yeah, because I mean, Jake, dude, think about. Yeah, I'm 100% agree with G5 share their own college football playoff. People be like, well, they get guys from the Power 4 that are cast offs essentially. Oh, Mendoza. What the? Oh, man, no. Mendoza just got bailed. What a run by Mendoza. And then he tries to do too much. Ball flies out. Pat Coogan. I think that was Coogan who fell on it. Whoa. That's the thing, dude. Once you get him out in stride, he's got them long legs. Yeah, Mendoza just pulled out a spin move. That's insane. All right, Hemby runs it for like a yard. So what I was saying, like the G5, they don't be like, well, okay, they get like the cast-offs from the Power 4. But those guys, what are they doing? They're trying to get back to the Power 4. If you're a G5 team and you develop a good player, cool. They're going to go play for the Power 4 the following year. Yeah, Joe Milton, I think, is right on point. Taylor Green reminds me of Joe Milton a ton. Handoff here. Hemby picks up a couple to make it a 3rd and maybe like 5. Calling in McDaniel, offensive coordinator for the Raiders. Aren't the Lions interested in him too? I mean, shoot, James Madison. How many of their starters right now are now heading to the Power Four? It's just not sustainable. Guys just don't stay anymore in college football, and it works against the group of five. Oh, Mendoza wide open, almost overthrew him, but wide open touchdown. That's EJ Williams. Let's pull it out. Thoughts on Pat Coogan? I didn't love him in Notre Dame. I looked at him, I was like, maybe a priority free agent. He's been much better this year for Indiana. I still think firmly day 3. But that's how much I actually disliked his tape at Notre Dame. Well, my prediction of over 18 is looking good. Yeah. Well, there's the over for 48.5. Indiana making sure if you took the over, you got your money's worth. Shopping on Amazon and watching football, watching a little football. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to pay too close attention to this game right now. Dude, if you're the Hurricanes watching this, I think I'd pee in my pants a little bit. All right. Dude, I won $5,000 Amazon gift card for beating on this game. Oh, for betting on this game. That's insane, dude. All right. Is Jeremiah the greatest wide receiver prospect of all time? Top 3, maybe? I don't know. I got to watch him. I've only watched him casually. I haven't watched him for a eval. Seems hella good. I've been following the draft for years, but the one position I never understand is tight end. Kenyon Sadiq. I don't understand the hype. He's a freak athlete. There's the hype. People look at him and they're like, oh my goodness. I remember loving Vernon Davis. Do you love remembering Vernon Davis? I think I see Vernon Davis. There's the hype with Kenyon Sadiq. Oh, no. Okay. No. Darnell Washington wasn't a freak athlete. He was a freak athlete for his size. All right. No return. Oregon gets a chance to put points on the board. Oh, I guess Charlie Becker got rolled up on. We got a toss. Oh, nice. Big run. Big run. He's out past the 40. He's out past the, what a freaking block. Pons is looking for a flag. He's down at about the 4. Pons was looking for a flag on that block. Wouldn't Nick Harbor be more over? Well, that's different. Wide receiver's different, bro. Dante Moore throwing one up, and they're throwing a flag on Pons, who's very mad about it. So, dude, Harbor, there's a lot of polish that needs to happen with him as a route runner. And it's just been proven. You can't just say, okay, freak athlete, it'll work out in the NFL. That's just not the case. Like DK Metcalf is like one of the rare exceptions. And even then, it's like, he's not really a top wide receiver in the league. But with like Kenyon Sadiq, who's a good blocker, can go up, climb the ladder, take it right out of your mitts, can create after the catch. Ooh, there we go. There's the touchdown. If you look at Sadiq's forced missed tackles from last year, where's it at? He had 10 on how many receptions was that? Oh, shucks. I got to go look at this. But he had a really good forced missed tackle rate with very little receptions. Granted, his average depth of target was like, well, him getting screens. And now they kind of expanded it out more. They're going for 2 here. Throwing it up. Nice catch there. Is that Johnson? How do you have the tight end paired up with Pons? That's messed up. But they get the 2-point conversion. Watch out. It's a 27-point game. Don't want to look at quarterbacks. I want to look at tight ends. There we go. So last year, Sadiq, he had 25 receptions with 10 forced missed tackles. Nuts. More receptions this year. Average depth of, and less forced missed tackles, but average depth of target went from 2.4 to 8.8. I could see a world where Nick Harbor goes down the Javid Best route where he decides to go into athletics if football doesn't work. Yeah, maybe. That's more what I was asking is I didn't understand the hype around his play style as everything I'm hearing is calling him a freak athlete without explaining why. Okay. He's fast. He can create after the catch. Dude can climb the ladder. No, how is he on contested balls this year? Actually, statistically, because I just think back to the Northwestern catch where he just rips it up the seams. Okay, 7 for 12. That's solid. 58.3. Dun, dun, dun. Oregon better not ruin my prediction of over 18. We'll see. Uh, you're you're going anyway. Games. I want to go. Blah, blah, blah. Oh no, you're good, Star. You're good, Star. Or Starchy. You're good, bro. We're here for football discourse. Ugh. It's just guys that can be that matchup nightmare in the NFL. And it's like I think it's a fair question to ask. How often does that really translate? But I mean, the draft's all about swinging on potential. Just is. Quincy Porter projected to land at Michigan. Noise. Jermon McCoy or Delane. I lean McCoy. His tape in 2024 was hella good. Delane's really good too, though. He was someone I really liked going into the 2024 season. Kind of was a down year. Didn't give up on him. He made my top 10 corners coming into this year. Looked great. Oh no, Black. Whoa, Black just broke a there's a flag, but he's gonna get caught from behind. He's down inside the 10, but there's a flag. And it's holding on the offense. Oh man, Black with a huge run. Good job by Oregon to track him down, though. I wonder what team Ohio State will have next year. This year, they have lost so many people in the transfer portal. Yeah, defensively, they're going to be losing a ton, but I think they'll be fine offensively. What do you think? What do you think this does to Dante Moore's stock? Nothing. I think he's going to go back and make a lot of money at Oregon. Hey, Charlie Becker's back on the field. Nice. Sounds like Indiana's going to call a timeout. Oh no, they got to reset the game clock. Okay. Agreed. We got Sarchi. One more question before I turn back to the game. Have you seen Kevin Coleman? Yes, I have. He gives me day 3 vibes with the ability to make team as a rotation slot. Yeah, but I think his special teams ability and just like dude can create after the catch. He's got speed. He's going to be one of the faster guys for the wide receiver position. I think early day 3 sounds right. If he sneaks into the 3rd, it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, he has over 1,000 return yards over his career. There's actually quite a few guys that have a ton of return yards in this wide receiver class. Oh, Mendoza's got all time. He dumps it to the tight end. Nowakowski had to wait for the broadcast to say his name before I even dare tried. Who's your favorite player in the draft that can realistically fall to the Dolphins? I don't know if there's a player like Jordan Tyson. Jordan Tyson, probably the guy. All right, Mendoza dropping back on 3rd and 4. Oh, somebody's got their helmet off for Indiana, but easy first down for Surratt. One of the offensive linemen lost their helmet. Oh, it was Coogan. Is he going to have to sit out the play, or was it torn off? And we're getting a handoff here. I think that's Hemby. Cole Bladoza. Been watching Sadiq and Thyman closer today. Those are two guys I want my Panthers to take. Yeah, I like Thiemann. All right, 2nd and 6 in the pistol. Get the handoff. Oh, Black rocked. Was that the linebacker? No, that was Thiemann that came in for the stop. Black almost ran him right over. Golly. 2nd and not 2nd, 3rd. 3rd and 3? 3rd and 3. And Mendoza is going to drop back. Oregon brings 4. He's going deep. Oh. Wow. Just out of the reach of Omar Cooper, but Cooper also got hit. May have been right after the ball hit the ground, uncatchable, kind of irrelevant. Oh, nice. Oregon's going to have the ball at their own 5. And what was dumber, taking Waddle over Penny Sewell or Chop over Quinion Mitchell? Well, I don't think taking Waddle over Sewell was dumb. Like, Waddle's been a really good player for us. Sewell's amazing, but I mean, Chop, verdict still out on. Quinion Mitchell's freaking fantastic. So I'd say taking Chop over Quinion. I didn't watch SmackDown tonight. So I will enjoy Jacob Fatu returning after this. But I'm going to go check on my kid real quick, make sure her finger is still attached. How's it going out here? How's her finger? How you feeling, Liv? Just how you feeling, Liv? Just do you want Gojo kisses? Friday. Okay. How about you get to play tomorrow morning too, okay? She wants dessert. I'll get you dessert. Well, apparently Aquila wants food too. You're not gonna make me food, are you? If I make you food, I'm just gonna do a burrito using the leftover meat. Can I have leftover beef tomorrow morning? You be mad if I got food? And offered you something? How was the? You need to chill. You're barking at me like a fat girl. Are you still streaming? Yeah, it's a blowout. So, I don't know. We'll get to like 5 minutes left of the game. If it's still like a 30-point game, I might call it but quit. But I got to record announcements too. Almost fell. Oregon could still come back. Yeah, let's be real, brah. As a Missouri fan, another player I'm curious hearing your thoughts on. Oh, Keegan Tross. I haven't watched Keegan Tross. I just did his profile, I think like a week ago. I know he's a much older player, but it looks like he played hella good this year. I know he's going to the Shrine. That's about it. Yo, but Chris McClellan, the defensive tackle, you got something there. Not half bad. I'm not saying he's gonna be like a first rounder or anything, but I don't mind him mid to early day 3. Oh, I didn't notice that. Noah Winnington hadn't touched the ball yet. So yeah, they've just been running. Well, I guess they got They've been running with Jay Harris too, but it's really just been Hill, right? No, he only has 5 carries tonight. I guess they haven't ran the football a lot tonight either. Oh, there's a late flag. If I saw that right. No, yeah, late flag. As it stands, it'll be 3rd down, but let's see what the flag is. Face mask on the offense after the play. Oh no, Oregon's just they're done. Oh, that's Harkey. What are you doing, Harkey? Stupid. As Randy Orton would say, stupid, stupid. All right. 3rd and 11. And they're only bringing 4. They drop 7. He's throwing a deep ball. What a catch. That's Jeremiah McClellan. Nice catch. I don't know. Why would Oregon receive backlash? For what? Yeah. Hey, dude. All I'm saying is, Sober Jake, I'm glad. I'm just happy if I could have if I set that over under at like 17 and a half, if it ends up being perfect, I love it. I love it. Because they're getting embarrassed. Good teams have bad games. It happens. They got embarrassed last year. Here, I'm just replying on X to Kirito. Some people on Twitter are blaming Dan Lannon already. Dude, they're gonna start talking about Dan Lannon like he's James Franklin. Watch it. I had a pizza and fries for dinner, Broshmo. What about you? I'm gonna eat dinner after the game. Because my wife, she went to like a potluck for some of the moms. She knows Twitter's so unserious. I mean, all social media apps are unserious. Let's be honest. Come on. Social media is unserious. Johnson was taunting the crowd. Was he? I mean, it is what it is. I don't use Instagram really, so I wouldn't know, but I assume it. Yeah, dude, I don't really use Instagram a lot either. If you try to hit me up in my DMs, then you know I don't use Instagram. And get a quick one out to Moore for a first down. And another handoff for about a yard there. I just make sure I follow the right people on Twitter for news, really. That's honestly what you have to do. If you follow the right people just really for like news and whatnot, uh, I'm assuming sports news because that's kind of what I do. Then your timelines typically will be great, except I feel like the last 3 weeks my timeline's been littered with Notre Dame nonsense. All right, 39. Mendoza is Sam Bradford. Quincy Avery said that. That's hilarious. Oh, 4th and 1 is no bueno. That's a turnover on downs, which is still a turnover. Yeah, timeline can be insane sometimes. Yeah. Wait, who is Johnson on Oregon? He's the tight end, Jamari Johnson. We'll talk about him next draft cycle. And another handoff. Wow, they still got. Well, I guess you keep the first team offense and defense in there for the third, and then you put in the backups in the fourth. Brian Flores to the Ravens for a head coach, and Raheem Morris to the Ravens DC would be perfect. Broshmo. No, I don't think so. I don't know. If I'm Flores, I don't want to grab a DC that could get poached, and Flores likes running his defense anyway. I'm more interested to see what the OC looks like. Oh, some Mike McDaniel 4th-and-1 playing call. Dang, dude. Yeah, let's not talk about that. Why are we talking about the Dolphins, dude? It's all about the Miami Hurricanes. Dolphins been irrelevant since 2000. Facts. Yeah, I just see all this Dante Moore's not pro red. Dang it, dude. Dante Moore tonight in a picture of Tua. No! No, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. See, the thing about what scares me for Miami is because their defense had chances to make turnovers and they couldn't, while Indiana's defense looks like a bunch of pit bulls named Princess. Yeah, the thing with Miami, even Indiana's not going to give you the chance to commit turnovers. I think Indiana, when it comes to Indiana, you just got to slow down that offense, which is capable. You can do. Ohio State did it. They just couldn't do the offensive part. Which now Miami, it's like, can they do the offensive part? Not positive, not sure. They're gonna have to lean on the run game. I am kind of concerned with Akeem Mesidor came back into the game yesterday, but I think they braced up his elbow. So I'm a little scared about that. A little scared. Hmm. It's not a bad shout out. Starchy. Let's see. Not to debate about this. There's no way Indiana could get boat raced by the Jets. Oh, okay. We're not, yeah, we're not debating this. Isn't one of Miami star defenders suspended for the first half of the game? I remember correctly. Yeah, they called a target. Was it Xavier Lucas, the corner, I believe? I'm not positive. I can't really remember. I don't want to really call him a star defender. Not on a defense like Miami's, man. He's honestly more of a second thought than a star player, I would say. see. And they're looking for pass interference, is what it is. Keontae Scott has such great instincts for turnovers. Yeah, he does. He's so good around the line. He reminds me of a dude that he ended up. I I want to say it was Charles Woods, but I'm not positive that's the name. He used to play at West Virginia, but he I think he ended up getting hurt, but he's so good around the line of scrimmage. Like I wanted this guy 8 yards or less, 8 yards or closer to the line of scrimmage every play just because of what they can do. And Scott's kind of that player. I don't like him in off. I don't mind him in off coverage. I like him so much better. Playing around the line of scrimmage. Oh, here comes the flag skis. Holding on Oregon. Whoa. Woof, woof, woof. Texas lost Jamie French. Oh, I didn't even know he entered the transfer portal. I guess they're having a whole like restructure at wide receiver. They were very unhappy with wide receiver, apparently. Parker Livingston going to Oklahoma. You got DeAndre Moore in the portal as well. They must have told their receivers something to where it was like, yeah, no, we're gonna actively go out and get some guys from the portal. Carson Beck, no, Carson Beck's not competing for a starting job next year. He might see some starts. I mean, that's what happens. Riley Leonard got some starts this year. Shoot, Max Brosmer got some starts this year. Brady Cook. I could see Carson Beck starting a game next year. He ain't gonna be competing for a job week 1. Riola could be a target for Miami. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. French is Underwood's best friend. Ooh. Actually, out of curiosity, I want to compare Mendoza's numbers this year to Curtis Rourke's from last year. Okay, Rourke's numbers were just a little fewer, but I mean, if I'm going to be honest, he missed some time, he missed some games, and he was playing through a torn ACL, right? Yeah, he played with a torn ACL, which was insane. But he missed a game with a broken thumb that required surgery. So putting up like Rourke had 29 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, just a little over 3,000 yards passing. So I think the numbers can be on par for Hoover when it comes to Mendoza or Rourke. Buddy, you just asked to come in here. All right. Here comes Oregon. They're at their own 15. We got a nope. Moore's gonna throw it to Sadiq. who is wrapped up. There you go, buddy. Let me tell y'all what tomorrow holds for your boy Broshmo. I am going to be putting in freaking analytics all day. Moore gets it out again, this time to Johnson, who gets to about the 19. It's going to be like 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. All right, just for craps and giggles, I'm going to take a look at where I had Indiana and Oregon coming into the year on my college football top 25 preseason. More pressured, and he throws it behind Johnson, or maybe he had Johnson didn't sit on the route early enough. It's kind of hard to tell with those. It's kind of hard to tell where the miscommunication came from, the pass catcher or the quarterback. Here comes the punt. Yeah, man, this game might be Dunzo Funzo. You're putting down 27. There's a flag. Delay a game on Oregon. What? All right, so I had Oregon coming into the year ranked 4th in the nation. Holla holla. Ole Miss was just outside my top 25 at 30. Miami was 20 in my preseason top 25. Indiana 21. It's blocked. It's blocked. It's blocked. Oh, this game is so cursed. And Mendoza's still coming out. This is freaking insane. Yeah, I think the over at 18 is going to hit. I think we'll officially close the market now. And maybe I should have set that sucker at 20 and a half. Oh, shucks. DJ Lagway is going to visit Ole Miss, so Baylor no longer a lock? Oh, man, that's insane. So Oregon ever going to get to the mountaintop? I think next year could be plausible. Ridiculous. Bro, Spartan, dude. Dude, I'm so I'm not even going to say it, dude. I'm not even going to say it.
All right, all right. I'll give you the ring a ding. Why didn't I read it? Because you annoyed the hell out of me, dude. Why do I look like Matt Patricia? I don't know, bro. Jeans. Some people look like one another. It happens. Do you think I chose to be a white, bald, bearded man? Jeez. Dude, freaking. This Indiana team's just next level scary, man. Oh, oh. Yeah, dude. Indiana, man, they might complete the story, the fairy tale. What a year, man. It's wild to think people still down in Indiana going into the Alabama game. Spartan, you should do more IRL content. No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I do draft content. Here's your IRL content right here, right now, buddy. Indiana's defense won't be the same next year. It's what people said this year. It's what people said this year. Didn't you pick Alabama to win in your bet? I think I did. I think I said Alabama money line. I don't know. I bought into the Oklahoma, then going down 17-0, and then finishing the game 34-7. I bought into it. But dude, yeah, I mean the nonstop, like just doubting Indiana. I will say, I don't think it was until this very game, prior to the game, of course, not during the game. There it is, touchdown. And I don't think people were no longer down. And after the Alabama game, I think everyone was like, oh no, Indiana's legit. They're for real. That's wild for an undefeated team. They beat Oregon earlier in the year at Eugene. They beat Ohio State, Big Ten championship game. And it wasn't until having to beat the tar out of Alabama in the second round of the college football playoff before I think everyone really got on board on Indiana. And by everyone, I mean, if you were a hater of Indiana, you could no longer deny how good Indiana was. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I did tell my dad after week 10, Indiana was the best team. I mean, dude, I was ranking Indiana in the top 2 week after week. I mean, you had to. You had to. Did I doubt that they would beat Ohio State? I had some doubts. So much so that I bet Ohio State, whatever they were at, it was like sub a -6. Then I bet them -6. I bet them -9. I bet them -13. And after that, I was like, I'm in, dude. If I'm gonna bet against Indiana, it's just so they can win. And I'll do that again on January 19th when I will bet on my Miami Hurricanes to win. Oh gosh. What are my thoughts on the playoff? The playoff structure needs to change, but it won't because the G5 is always going to get included. The G5 needs their own playoff. When it comes, I don't think the problem is how do you do away with conference champions getting automatic bids. It would have to be, well, okay, conference champ, if you're ranked in the top 15 and win the conference championship, you get an automatic bid. Okay, maybe that works, but then the G5 is going to be like, no, we automatically get a seat at the table. So, all right, 2nd and 12, gets it out quick on a screen. Was that no, that wasn't Sadiq. Sadiq was out there blocking though. Kirito! I also think there should be more promotion and demotion. That's never going to happen. They're never going to pull what soccer does. They're never going to do a promotion demotion. I think it's a good idea. It's never going to happen. Oh, Duke was the reason why it had to be two G5 teams. All right, empty backfield. Here comes the blitz. Gets it out quick for a first down. I think adding G5 teams automatically makes it less prestigious, if that makes sense. Yeah, no, I mean, that's the problem. Listen, the G5 is always going to be included until something reasonable comes along to give the G5 a reason to want their own playoff, because they're going to be like, no, we want money comparable to making the college football playoff. That's why we still want this seat at the table, because it comes down to financially. If the NCAA could be like, no, we can make it financially work for you to where you still get that money and maybe even more for a college football playoff, then that'd be great for the G5 to have their own playoff. Manessa should have entered. I disagree. He would still be like a day 2 guy. All right, rolling out, gets it to Sadiq. Running after the catch, gets across the 50. I mean, we're talking hypotheticals. Whoever wins the group of 5 playoffs gets promoted. Worst Power 4 team gets demoted. I don't know. I don't know if I like that per se. I think I would like multiple years of, oh, okay, no, you've sucked for said 3 amount of years. You're going to get relegated. I would like that. I don't want it just to be, oh, once a team had one down year and suddenly they're relegated. I don't like that. I don't like that. I want maybe like a 2 to 3 year sample size of, oh, you've been the worst team 2 to 3 years. Get the heckles out of here. I think I'd rather that. All right, dumps it to say Sadiq getting more catches. Let's go. No, I don't. Manessa doesn't have tools like that to be a first rounder. I'm just saying, if you don't think Ty Simpson's a first rounder, then you're not going to think Darren Manessa is a first rounder. I would say they have comparable physical tools. And Oregon calling a timeout as this misery continues. It's a 34-point game. Jack Ashley, if you think about it, though, how many teams hire a G5 head coach and go from suck into actual college football playoff national championship contender like that within the span of 2 years. It doesn't happen a lot. So it's like, oh, well, what if something happens like with Indiana? That's not gonna be the case more times than not. So mm-mm-mm. Boo, boo, boo. Is Romello Height a second round guy? I think he's like a firmly mid day two guy, maybe. I don't know, man. I look at him and I'm just like, cool. He's explosive and he's long and he's short. That's why I hate the goalish hire. I love the goalish hire, dude. I like goalish a lot. He was actually one of my favorite hires of the cycle. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Indiana is rebuilding like a team like it's college football 26. Dude, straight up dynasty mode. Yep. Yeah, Ty Simpson already declared for the draft. No, Manessa's returning. Over oh god, Durr over under 4 picks by Stop. More chucking this one deep. Ooh, that was not bad. I think Moore just kind of the receiver more, I think, just kind of undercut it. Straight up, man. Carson Beck, he stepped up in the final drive of the Ole Miss game yesterday. But if you look at how he was doing that half, he didn't have a completion past the line of scrimmage up until that drive where he just goes bonkers and wins the game. I kind of want to keep the ball out of Beck's hands. More evading contact. Nice throw, ran out of real estate, unfortunately. Bro, Cam Coleman is blue balling every fan base in college football right now. That's funny. I can't believe Beck has only thrown 1 pick so far in the college football playoff. Blows my mind. The pick wasn't even his fault. Trinidad, Jalen Hurts range or Jackson Dart range if Moore goes back. No, dude. Like Jalen Hurts was still a second round pick. I don't think Chambliss is a second round pick. Wasn't Hurts a second round pick? Yeah, he was like a mid second round pick. I don't think Chambliss is that. Then again, in an NFL draft class that's like the talent's kind of like whatever, you're gonna have guys at different spots. Hey, Broshmo, after the game, like this, do you think more returns? I absolutely think more returns. He's gonna first of all get paid a lot to return to Oregon, and second off, I mean, yeah, this wasn't his best game. The strip fumbles weren't his fault. Is Mendoza still in this game? Oh my gosh, he's still in this game. Oh, we got a big run by Indiana. Caught from behind. I had to say something so you would know I came by a live stream. Well, I appreciate it, Dur. Wish it was. I wish it was. I wish it didn't hurt my feelings as much. A lot of people didn't think Hurts was a second rounder, but the Eagles took him. Most said third, fourth. With a weaker class, I can see dart range for a fifth. No, dude. No, dude. I think, dude, teams are out on short quarterbacks. Short quarterbacks are not the trend. Another handoff here. And I mean, Indiana's just running the clock at this point. Where did I have Jalen Hurts? What draft class would that have been? I don't think I have. I'd have to go and check my YouTube channel. Yeah, because I just go back. My spreadsheets only go back to 2022. That was the Malik Willis, Sam Howell, Desmond Ritter, Matt Corral, Kenny Pickett. I will say, Brock Purdy was my 9th quarterback in that draft. To be fair, I had him higher than a lot of other people did, so I don't even want to hear it. Man, I'm just going back looking at this draft class. Golly. Kenneth Walker, Brees Hall, both about to hit free agency. They were my 1 and 2 at running back. James Cook not at 6. He would be at. James Cook was my 5th top running back. Algier, 6th. Kyron Williams, 11 for me. What were the wide receivers in this class? This was a good class. Garrett Wilson 1, Jameson Williams 2, Drake London. Oh, Keon Black. Touchdown. All right, over. How much will Indiana beat Oregon by? Over under set at 40.5. Drake London was 3, Olave 4. Boy, I really liked Sky Moore in this class too. Low. Oh, dang. I had 3rd round grades up until Khalil Shakir. I had 14 guys with day 1 and day 2 grades. Interesting. Oh, Sky Moore. Dude, I'm a sucker for guys with yak. He had a lot of yak. Hey, thank you. Just stay me. Miami, they get to earn the right to potentially get beat to death in the national championship by Indiana. All right, time to keep the meme alive. Been just re-quoting the same post I had. Let's see. Dur is the resident troll here, man. Appreciate Dur. He's a fun troll. If I'm Stefanski, I go to the Raiders, dude. It's so wild how many good coaches got fired. that I think are going to go to other places and do well. Like Harbaugh getting fired blew my mind. Maybe it was time for change, but still. Stefanski got a raw end of the deal. Really bad. Really raw end of the deal. New York sports MC. I don't know if you're going to be able to trade out of 2. With no Dante Moore in this class, who's trading up to 2 and for what? I mean, I don't. If Moore returns, which probably is likely, dude, I don't see Ty Simpson making it there. I don't see Ty Simpson. I just don't see Ty Simpson going that high. Even if you're desperate for quarterback. Just take David Bailey, to be honest. Might be the call. Do I think Pete Carroll could go to my rate? I think Pete Carroll might be done with coaching. I think he legitimately might be done with coaching. And gonna get the first down, looks like just barely. We're down to 3:40 left to play. Carter Smith, I think could be a top 50 guy. I don't think he's first round guy because I think he's a guard in the NFL. I don't think he's playing tackle in the NFL. Carter Smith is nice. I don't see him first round. Howdy, Jacob. Dante Moore scrambling for his life, throws it away. Roman Hemby is a day 3 guy to me. I think he's got good size, especially with his pass catching upside. He's got some home run ability, but he doesn't do anything special as a ball carrier, in my opinion. Carter Smith, no, Pat Coogan's the center, bro. Carter Smith is legit lockdown. It's just he lacks idea. Like his body is, he's just built as a guard. He's an NFL guard. You look, if you're like in your mind, what does an NFL guard look like? Oh, that's what an NFL guard looks like. It's Carter Smith. Hey, Hill with the first down after I think it was like HB swing. I don't know. I'm not watching the game too much anymore. I just glance over to look at what the time's at. Coogan's not my top center. I'm not a big Coogan guy. I didn't like him coming into the year. His tape's so much better this year. I don't think it's enough to like. I don't know. I think he's good day 3. I'm not taking him earlier than that. There's centers I like better than him. Ooh, ball a little overthrown, but man, if he went up to go get that, he was going to get rocked. Yeah, no, I would take Connor Lew because I think Connor Lew's got some good upside. He's coming off the ACL. I'm kind of surprised he came out. Slaughter, I would. Logan Jones, I would. I still like Brailsford. He played hurt this year. Like he had a foot injury in the Oklahoma game, not the playoff game, but the game in the regular season. Missed the next game, but he was basically playing through it. He didn't really get healthy until I think the college football playoff. What position do you see as deep in this upcoming class? I think center's deep. I think tight end's good. It's deep. I think wide receiver's better than people anticipated. Certainly better than I anticipated. I think linebacker's deep. I think defensive tackle's better than what people are giving it credit for. I think corner might not have like elite talent. It's not going to have a Sauce or a Pat Surtain or a Trent McDuffie. But there's a lot. There's like a good grip of like, oh, this is solid. Safety class is good. Edge class, while it's deep, it's just deep with guys that are going to have flawed resumes, flawed like evals. Oh, this guy's got great speed and great pass rush win rate. Oh, his arm length isn't ideal. Oh, this guy's got all the tools. Man, his production should have been better. Like, it's just going to be those type of question marks with the edge class. I don't love the tackle. Yeah, I just don't love the tackle class. The guard class, it's just not particularly deep. Running back class is just bad. Quarterback class, it's not good. So that's kind of the gist of what this draft class is. Jalen Husky, I actually like quite a bit. Only 2 minutes of talking to the GOAT. No. What can I say? Even God said on the 7th day, rest. Gotta be honest, I do love Fano and Maui Noah after that. Dude, I love both those guys. I've been probably one of the biggest guys that's like, yeah, Caleb Lomu, you should take a shot on, even if it's like he might not be good year one. If he would have stayed at Utah, he'd probably be a top 15 pick. He's got that potential. I don't mind Caden Proctor either. I was heavily invested in Trevor Gooseby though. Till next year. I mean, Sig, could he coach in the NFL? Sure. He would have to be he would have to reel back the RPOs though. Still like Moore over Mendoza. Yeah, I would say I like the ceiling of Moore. Keep in mind, Moore's like what, 20 years old? I think he's got better arm talent. Like, if you're gonna ask me who would I bank my future on, it would probably still be Dante Moore. If you were gonna ask me if I had to stake my job on it, give me the guy with more starts, more experience. That's just outplayed him in the head-to-head. Whoops, smack the mic. Like, I get it. Like, to me, it's still like 1A, 1B with Mendoza and Moore. I don't get how like Moore over Mendoza is funny at this point. Like, how do you think guys like freaking what? Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence looked as freshmen or sophomores against guys who were seniors. Like, guys have bad games, is what it is. Like, the outcome's always important, but context is important as well. Dude, I thought that was a horse collar, but I guess he didn't hold the pads. That's fair. Mendoza's light years ahead of Moore. Dude, put Moore in an RPO heavy system. How about that? You give Moore one read and that's it. Okay, cool. Dude, like, Mendoza's had his fair share of bad games. Go to the Purdue game, for goodness sake. If you think, oh, Mendoza's a god, go to Purdue and be like, what the hell happened there? Guys have bad games. I'm just saying, like, if I'm looking for my guy of the future, who am I going to bet on who I think can be the better player in the future, it would probably be more. If I'm a head coach and I'm like, I might only have a year or two to get this right, it's Mendoza. He's a safer option. I'm not saying Mendoza can't process. You just saw one instance of him processing in a goal line situation, nonetheless. I mean, the real yeah, it's not a good QB class. Yeah. I don't want to hate on Mendoza because I don't hate him. Oh, more. When it rains, it falls. Yeah, just throw that away. What do you take, Dante? Dude, Caleb Williams. Are you kidding? Caleb Williams is light years better. Fernando Mendoza. Where would I rank him in that quarterback class? Let's pull up 2024. Because I liked, okay, I probably still have, I would have Fernando ahead of Bo Nix, but dude, he wouldn't be, he would be in that Bo Nix tier. I wouldn't have him ahead of Caleb, Drake May, Jaden Daniels. Not even close. And there it is. Touchdown. Dante Moore. Hopefully you didn't take Indiana minus 40. Because maybe they just broke your spirits. All of us ball knowers were wrong on Bo Nix, to be fair. I had Bo Nix at 20 on my big board. No, Garrett Nussmeier's a draftable prospect. It's day 3, but oh, dude, just say me. I wasn't a fan of Penix. Just to be real, like going back to my big board, I could, you know what? Screw this. I could show this. This is an old big board. So this gives you, if you haven't gotten my draft guide, this gives you an idea of what maybe like my big boards look like. Here, no, I can make that bigger. Bloop, 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 bloop. Too big. That feels about right. All right. So this is what my spreadsheet, my big board looked like for 2024. Caleb Williams, 1. Drake May, 4. Jaden Daniels, 9. Oh, sorry. Bo Nix was 21. I had JJ McCarthy was 25. That, yeah, I still don't love that. And then Michael Penix was here at 46 on my big board. I wasn't a big Penix guy. But dude, did the class fall off that much? I had Tua's brother as QB 11. Wow. But yeah, here's a little brief glimpse. I got all this nice stuff highlighted. Kind of lays it all out for you. I have comps. Can't see it on the screen. How can I make it small enough to where you can see it? Okay. Well, there it is. My comps over here. I have changed a little bit of how I do this, though. Like, I add the previous season's analytics and whatnot. Oh, I would rather have Jaden Daniels easy over Fernando Mendoza. I can see your old big boards. Once we move to the website, you will have access. You should. I'll make it available to where you can see my old big boards, or at least the pretty ones. I think 2023 is when they actually started looking really good. My 2022 one is meh. No, even 2023, it's kind of okay. All right, there it is, the final, for goodness sake. Miami, Indiana, January 19th. Bet your sweet cheeks we're right here for it. Let's go. Can't believe Rosen and Trubisky were busts. Rosen was a little surprised at Trubisky. It goes back to like Trubisky, what? He was a starter for 1 year. He had like 13 games under his belt. Game starts are kind of a legit statistic when it comes to quarterbacks and success in the NFL. Or at the very least, early on success. Oh, that's not even true. Gino had like what, 40 starts? Where was Gino? Gino was West Virginia, right? Yeah, he was West Virginia. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure he had like close to 40 starts. And eventually it translated. I don't really have thoughts on CJ Carr. I will watch him this offseason because he is a redshirt sophomore. But I'm going to head out. That's it for me. This was a blowout. Hopefully the national championship will be better, especially since I'm a Canes fan. What college did Tyrod Taylor go to? He went to Virginia Tech. Fun fact, he also went to my high school's rival, Hampton High School. That's it for me. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.